Hey, what's good, everybody? It is March 12th, 2022, Saturday, episode 28 of the Script Hackers podcast. It's your boy, See Through the Script, and I'm here with none other than.
Neo the Hacker.
Yes, sir, man. How you feeling?
Good, man. Another Saturday, another Saturn day. So, yeah,
Yes,
not too
sir.
bad, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I hope you guys are feeling good as well. It's always good to hear from everybody and see everybody in the chat. Let me call out some names, man. Shout out my man Shozen Infinity. Good guy, man. He posts some good content. Early Bird. Dana, what's up? What's up? What's up? It's really good to see you. Rick, C, Brownson, Ben, Kelly. What's up, guys? It's good to see everybody. Denise. Guys, we got a new little background splash. Let me know how you feel about this background splash while it's on, because last time, as much as I like the trippy vibe that I had last stream, I do think that it might have been a bit too overstimulating. So we're gonna switch it up and have a bit more of a calmer vibe. It's gonna be a chill show. Obviously, you guys know in the news they're talking about Ukraine, Russia, COVID is kind of a back burner right now. Um,
Indeed, that
you
that's
know,
all. That's all the news is focusing on right now.
that's exactly it. It just seems as if that's the pull to attention. That's what they want to harvest people's energy right now. And
And
if you
it's
guys
working.
didn't see it, definitely. And if you didn't see my emotional energy harvesting video that I posted Tuesday, go check that out. It's my most recent video on my YouTube channel. I think it's gonna explain a lot of things for some new people if they have some questions. But other than that, guys, like I said, we got some few things to cover. I think Neo's going to start us off here. He's got a good story to go over. I got some other things to talk about, and then we're just going to chat it up, man.
Yes, sir.
Dope, dope.
So, with today being March 12th, for the hip hop heads, you guys are gonna like this one. Today's the death anniversary of Craig Mack. He died today. Or I'm sorry, he didn't die today, but he died on this day in history back in 2018, supposedly due to heart failure. Um, so he's a if you guys are not familiar with who he is, he's a rapper out of New York. He signed with Bad Boy. He's most known for his song "Flavor in Your Ear," and
Yeah, yeah. Classic,
yeah, they
classic.
even had a remix with Biggie.
The beat is so
Amazing.
classic. I mean, honestly, it's one of those beats that you have in like on loop constantly. And you know what?
Exactly.
Yeah, I
And
hate
it's
I
been
hate
sampled on many different tracks. Yeah.
Well, I hate to say this, but who used this beat in a way to make it seem like he can rap, but he had someone write his bars for him.
Yeah. One of
Lil,
these new cats, right?
exactly, Lil Yachty.
Oh boy.
At the time,
What a
earlier in his
disgrace.
career. Oh yeah, he's out here trying to defend himself that he can spit bars, yada yada, and then next thing you know, he comes to Ebro's podcast on Apple, and then I hear this beat pop up, and I'm like, oh no, he can't rap
You
over
know
this,
what,
man.
man? You think if we play that they'll give us a copyright for it?
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
Yes, YouTube.
Yes,
I was
sir.
gonna say it would have been perfect, but yeah, go watch that. I think I did catch that, maybe at least a snippet of it. Yeah, that shit is hilarious.
Oh man. But anyways, back to Craig Mack.
Yeah, Craig Mack. So here's what's funny about him. Some news articles say he died at the age of 46. Some say he died at the age of 47. Now, the reason why this is happening is because they went back and changed his age of year. I'm sorry, his year of birth. And how I can prove this is if you go to Zach's old website, freetofindtruth.blogspot.com, he actually did a decode on the death of Craig Mack. And if you look here, he took a screenshot of it. Craig Mack was born on May 10th,
Nice.
1971. Emphasis on 71, right?
Hmm.
But if you look now, he's born 1970. So they
Some more
changed
number
his
games.
yeah. So they obviously changed his age of death to 47. It was originally 46. But let's actually start there. And Zach actually already covered this. Um, the reason why they first reported him to die at the age of 46 was because rap 46. And of course, we know how sacrifice 46, execution 46, kill 46 in the Hebrew cipher, murder 46 in Hebrew as well. So but now they changed it to 47. And what's funny is if you just Google like Craig Mack's age of death,
Yeah.
so you see how some articles say 47, but here's
Yeah.
like another one from USA Today.
Ah.
It still says 46. Here's one from
Yeah.
CNN. It still says 46.
Wow.
Craig
Wow.
Mack, Flavor in Your Ear rapper, dies at 46. So it's not
See,
like,
like,
yeah,
what's up with those discrepancies, man? It's like, what is the, you would think later on they would, have it all corrected because they can update these. So yeah, it's very strange.
yeah, exactly. Yep.
Hmm.
But here's a few things that I caught that stood out. I mean, there's no doubt his death is a clear sacrifice by the numbers. I'm gonna start off with the date numerology for his day of death, which is March 12, 2018. And you see how it has 53, 26, 17, and 33 date numerology. All four of these numbers are important. Let's start off with the 26 first.
Hmm.
Of course, his last name, Mack, in the most I'm sorry, Mac. His last name comes to 26. You know, he's dead on the 26 date numerology. With the 17, we know that Kill, of course, comes to 17, but so does Rap.
Yeah.
Kill 17, Rap 17. This is a rapper dead on the 17 date numerology. And with the 33, this guy's from New York. He represented New York with Bad Boy. New York, sums to 33 in gematria, dead on 33 date numerology. And then
Hmm.
with the 53, so he signed to Bad Boy Records, and Bad Boy Records is owned by Sean Combs, Pete, aka
Hmm.
P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Sean Combs,
And we know
53.
we know he's quite open about his mathematics.
Yeah, yeah,
If you know what I'm
exactly.
saying, if you know, you know. There was a
Exactly.
live with Drake and P Diddy, and
Yep.
they had some funky conversation.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly, man. I mean, it's obvious these guys know what it is, man.
mhm.
But yeah, Craig Mack, dead on 53 date numerology. He signed to Sean Combs. Sean Combs' name sums to 53, so how perfect. But look at this. This is probably the icing on the cake. If you look at March 12, 2018, Craig Mack died on the 71st day of the year. And if you take his birth name, Craig Jameson Mack,
Mhm.
you'll notice that it sums to 71 in the most pure cipher. He's
Never
dead on the
fails.
71st day of the year. And mind you, 71 itself is the 20th prime
Oh yeah.
number. Of course, we know death
Death. Yep.
sums to 20.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, perfect. Now, if you look at um, his birthday is May 10th. And if you look at May 10th, his last birthday before he died,
Mhm.
May 10th, 2017, you'll notice that he died um, on the 307th day of his age. And
Mm.
why does that matter? Is because again,
Yeah,
we
it's
just
just
pulled up
seen.
Craig
Come
Jameson
on,
Mack
man.
307. So how
Yeah.
perfect that his full name comes to 307. He's dead on the 307th day of his age on
Yeah.
the 71st day of the year.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's just
Clear
too
cut.
perfect, man. It's too
Clear
perfect.
cut. Well, and I mean, yeah, unfortunately, being associated with Bad Boy Records isn't going to,
It's not a good
allow
look.
you to get really far at times, And I don't mean career wise; I just mean like spiritually and life wise.
Yeah,
you know,
you know what's
a lot
funny?
of these guys,
Uh,
switch up, right?
if you recall, man, a lot of the people that signed the Bad Boy Records in the '90s, they all left
Yeah,
and started their own like not a religious group, but a lot of them turned to like either
jihad
Christianity
or
or Islam. Yeah,
religion. Yeah, they definitely like left the game due to
yeah,
like feeling like there was something wrong,
yep,
some sort of wrong energy
yep.
in there. And oh yeah, Ben also points out too that yeah, good point. Catholic equals 4671
Mm,
in light of the day. And Ben, and everybody else, we're gonna get to a great example of another significant example around today. But yeah, no, you're right. Bad Boy definitely has a lot of uh, people leaving after that, experiencing the industry and getting their
absolutely.
eyes, or getting their feet wet and realizing like, what type of water is this, bro? This water seems dirty.
Especially with P Diddy. I mean, it's the same thing pretty much in every record label, but
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I think P Diddy just makes it too obvious.
Facts, facts.
But another thing that's pretty interesting is if you look at the weeks, you can say he died 43 weeks after his birthday. Of course, that's a killing number, killing 43 in Gematria.
Hmm.
But his upcoming birthday, May 10th, 2018, He
Hmm.
died 59 days before his upcoming birthday. Of course, we know 59 is a number associated with African Americans, Negro and slave 59.
Hmm.
But in this case, Bad Boy Records, the record label he signed to, Bad Boy Records, and the most pure cipher, 59. He's dead 59 days before his upcoming birthday. Of course, Kill in the Jewish cipher also sums to 59. Let's pull up the Jewish cipher real quick. There you go. Kill 59 in the Jewish cipher as well.
You
Slave
know,
and Negro.
I almost wish I added a mini example of Bad Boy Records in my 360 video that I put out about rappers. Because yeah, that's a perfect example. One of the biggest labels has that 5976 because
Hmm.
record deal equals 59 and 76, and it's just like it's just perfect because or sorry, is it just 59? Yeah, it's just
Yeah, I
59.
definitely see the 59 in there. Yep.
Yeah, and it's just like, again, these people are signing to get this record deal, and only to be a slave, and
Yep.
all these words having that coded 59 around it. It's just
Hmm.
it's too good, man. It's
Yep.
too good.
And I can't help but notice how in this picture they got Biggie with the one eye symbolism.
Yeah, a little bit of
You
that.
could
Yeah,
hardly see his second eye.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. Does he have? They usually get these guys in those photo shoots too. Like whenever they do like magazine cover shoots,
hmm,
is when you
hmm,
get them doing the most esoteric symbolism, the one eye.
right, right.
And again, if you just really think about it, for people who have like their friends or they're going out and like, yo, take a picture of me, like to ever pose the way that these people pose is so forced. You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
It's all
absolutely. You could
it's
tell.
not organic the way these guys pose
Like
to
who?
do the
Have you
symbols.
ever who takes a picture? Like, does it even look like he's ready for a picture?
Yeah, I mean, this one looks like he's just, like these are, yeah, different era, you know. But yeah, I mean, like here, type in ID magazine for a sec. Um, this is a perfect example. I think I brought this
I
up before,
see.
but yeah,
Oh
like
my
look at all
gosh.
these photos. Like this is the whole trend behind this magazine. It's by a guy named Terry Jones. I believe his last name is Jones, but I know his first name's Terry. It's from the UK. And
Is
yeah,
this
this is
Nas?
yeah. So you got everybody, man, doing.
Holy fuck!
But like, look at the way that one girl's posed with her hand over her eye, and like, it's like,
Like
she's
this one. They even got Mary
oh
J. I
shit.
think that's Mary J. Blige. Look like it. I don't know. I
No, I
could be
think this is
wrong.
the City Girls or something like that. It's like a female rap group or something, I think. But yeah, anyways, regardless, as you guys can see, they clearly go out of their way to do this type of symbolism. Straying away a little bit from Craig Mack for a sec, but yeah, I mean, he's coming from Bad Boy. Who was it? Was it Mace that was also the other dude that had, massive religious, flashback coming
I think so, man.
from Bad Boy? Yeah, it was Mace.
Yeah, Mace for sure was. Yeah, yeah, yep.
Yeah, right. Let me just double check. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Boom. So yeah, man, it's just it's like again, be careful what you're getting into. Unfortunately, no one told those guys that when they got into it. You know what I mean? No one told Craig Mack.
No one told. Yeah,
Not even 40 something years later,
exactly.
you know.
But you know what else is funny with the 59? You know what else is 59? Eight with the weeks and the days. So he died 8 weeks and 3 days before his upcoming birthday. Of course, that's a number associated with murder. So
Yeah.
it's too
How did
perfect,
how did he
man.
die again?
Supposedly from heart failure. That's the story. If you read here,
Oh, the good old heart attack gun. The CIA
Mack
heart
died
attack
on
gun.
March 12, 2018 from heart failure at a hospital near his home in Walterboro, South Carolina.
Hmm.
That's the story. Heart failure at the age of 46. 47, 46, 47, whatever.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Which one is it?
Yep.
Well, I mean, RIP. But again, we don't know the full stories. Unfortunately, we only know what we're told, and we decipher what we
Man,
can.
look at the good old flip phone days.
Shout out my man Rick James. Get them likes up. Appreciate that, brother. Yeah, man, the flip phone days, man. Simpler times when everybody wasn't glued to their phone because they didn't have a whole
Nope.
fucking computer
Nope.
in their hands.
And
Yeah.
and I mean, even if you had a cell phone, I mean, you weren't on it 24/7 because back then your minutes and text messages they were limited. It's not like they were unlimited like they are now. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, exactly too. Yeah.
You had a limit
Honestly,
on
man,
how much you could use your own cell phone.
as much as it was frustrating, yeah, it
Yep.
was just the pricing was so shit. But regardless, yeah, in a way, it
Unless,
was
of course,
totally
you get
better for
like
us.
the premium package, but I mean, a lot of people they had limits on their
Well,
talk and text.
Well, look, guys, in terms of how much this stuff is affecting us psychologically, cell phones, but also health wise, there's a good study out there that talks about wireless communication radiation and its connection to the current, the whole C-19 scenario. But just
Hmm.
it also talks about wireless communication radiation exposure in general and how detrimental it could be, and it is. um and yeah, man, that's something that industries are making so much money off, and people are so hooked on. Like, you try to get people off their phones, it's like, nah, man. Like,
Shit.
you try to, like, again, we already know what's happening to the kids right now, and the kids and adults, it's pretty much the same shit. Both
If
of
you go
us
to a
won't get off
party
our
now,
phones.
I mean, everybody's just on their phone.
Yeah,
Nobody's even
exactly.
trying to like socialize with each other.
That's yes, yeah, and honestly, I feel like we all started seeing that shift, at certain times for us when we started noticing, like, people are texting more and are like, you're hanging out with your friends and people are not really, like, everybody's kind of just sitting down, like, yeah, 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 yeah. Sorry, what was that? My bad, I missed that. My bad. And like that started happening, and it's just like, wait a second, is this
It
gonna
really
be a
began when
thing?
smartphones
Yeah,
came
it's
out. I
like
guess it started with the iPhone.
it's like, shit, is this actually gonna be a thing where we, like, genuinely, like, ignore each other in the same room? And now it's just so normal to, like, be in the same room with your boy and, like, just, like, not, like, chat or,
Nobody
like, just be
talks
glued
anymore.
to
Yeah, exactly.
it's and you know what? I was just listening to something the other or today. I was on a walk, and the guy said in the video, he says, people don't even look up at the sky. Like,
Nope.
they just don't look up, and, like, they just don't go outside and just look straight up. Just look at the
This
fucking
is
sky.
true.
That's
This
it.
is true.
That's it. Nothing crazy. You're not doing anything. You're literally just looking. No headphones on. Nothing. Just looking at the sky. And I was like,
Nah, people
as I
don't
was
do that.
walking, I was just like, yeah, that's facts. Like, I thought maybe I'm looking down. I'm looking on the road. I'm looking here. Like, nah, look up. Because realistically, it tells you two things. It looking up just gives you the idea that the opportunities are endless, because the skies and the opportunities up there seem endless. It seems.
Sky's the
Um,
limit, right?
yeah, and just honestly, it's beautiful. That's the other thing.
It
It's just
is.
straight nice to just watch the clouds go by, and, like, get it truly gets your mind off of what you're bothered by at that moment. Um, yeah, and
100%.
it's
Agreed.
just, and I hope you guys are digging this background, because I'm staring at it and I'm just like, damn, I want to be wherever that is. And I saw someone else say that too. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think this is Hawaii, guys. I think this is Hawaii. So it looks beautiful, man.
That sure
Um,
as hell is not in the United States. I'll tell you that much.
well, yeah, yeah.
Them
It's just like,
waters don't look that clear.
yeah, for real. It's just the simple things people need to appreciate more and more. My man Matrix, man, he says 2008 was the death of socialization. Yeah, I
I
mean,
can
like,
agree with that.
yeah, because, like, Facebook came
Yep.
in, like, 2005, but yeah, we all got, like, really adapted to it, like,
Yeah.
2008, and, like, like,
That's
the
when
phones
MySpace
got
started to
better.
die down a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, we had those, like, side flip phone, like, shit was getting better. You had more access to do things, and then Blackberries came in. Like, was
Oh
Blackberries a wave for you
man.
guys?
Hell yeah.
Down in Texas, right? Like,
Man,
yo,
absolutely. I think BlackBerry was just like nationwide, man. I mean, yeah, hell yeah. BlackBerry,
Blackberry is definitely
like
a wave.
before BlackBerry, I guess the cool phone to have was the Motorola, what are they called? Razor? The Razor phone. I don't know if you remember though, those little flip
Yeah,
phones with
yeah,
like
yeah.
fucking 10 different colors.
Yeah,
Uh
yeah, 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 I know
and then
exactly what you're
after
talking about.
that, that's when it was BlackBerry. I mean, BlackBerry just like took the market. And then after that, that's do you remember the sidekicks?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Those were fire. I can't even lie
Those
to you.
were fucking
I
crazy.
mean, you remember seeing them in, like, rap videos and shit, not being
Yeah.
like, "Wow,
Yep.
those are so high tech." I've
Yep.
looked back at, like, older hip hop videos from, like, Chris Brown and Bow Wow, where it looks so futuristic back in, like, 2008.
Yep.
With the way they had their
I know,
side flip
right?
phones and shit, and then I look at it now and I'm like, "Man, that looks like it was made by, like, some college students,"
Yeah,
like, in, like, a
exactly.
green room.
Yeah,
But
because I remember when the sidekick came out and like everybody wanted that phone. It's like, look how cool it looks. The entire screen just flips over like that. And I'm not gonna
it
lie, it is cool.
it is cool. But if you think about it too, we for the most part, when we would get these like massive advancements, people would be pretty happy with what they had. You know, it was only marketing that would sell us the idea that what we currently had wasn't good enough so they can make us buy a new one. In reality,
True.
you know,
Yeah.
like we don't need, like, every time they upgrade an iPhone, it's just truly
It's
mind
the same
fuckery and
shit.
trickery.
It's the
Yeah. They
same fucking
Every time
shit.
they
Yeah.
update an NBA game or
Yeah.
whatever, anything they update, it's just like, bro, you were happy with the one you had,
You're right, man.
but they're
You're
just trying to
absolutely
fuck with
right.
you and make you never feel content. And that's all marketing is, just to sell you
That
something so you're
you
never
know
happy.
that's another thing too, man. Like it's just like nowadays it's either you either have an iPhone or you either have like a Galaxy. Whereas like just like a decade ago, it's like, well, you can either have the Motorola, the Sidekick, the BlackBerry. I mean, there was just so many different options. I mean, everybody was just all versatile. Now it's like people have been put in this category. It's like it's either this or that. That's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, exactly, man. And yeah, people are so like cult like with their brands of
It is called like
what they
man.
purchase. You know, it's like, I'm an Apple person. I have an iPad. I have a MacBook computer. I have AirPods. Like, I'm fully in there, man. Like,
Some people
don't
are
try
like
to
that.
tell me otherwise.
Some
Like, don't
people are
try to sell me a
exactly like that.
Samsung.
Yep.
Forget trying to take those people out of the matrix. Just try to get them to buy a fucking Samsung, nigga. Like, come on, bro. Like, yeah, we're trying to get people to see that there's a huge
Oh
problem.
man,
Bro,
this is
people are
true.
locked in
Yep,
little things right now. So
absolutely. It's
there's
sad, man. It's very sad. Over a fucking phone.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
man. And another thing too, while we're on the topic of phones, is I think I brought it up last stream, but they are removing the 3G infrastructure
Mhm.
all across North
Mhm.
America right now.
Yep. Some
Um,
some flip phones, the older flip phones, they don't even work anymore because they've shut down the 3G network.
yeah, yeah, exactly. They're diminishing that network, and that is purely for the reason to avoid people from not using their 5G infrastructures, and obviously, so they don't have to spend money
See, I mean,
maintaining
so
it.
sooner or
So
later, I'm pretty sure they'll shut down 4G as well, to where the only other option you have is 5G.
there you go. So yeah, yeah, you could just see how it's rolling out like a fucking carpet. And sorry, I just want to address this. Some people are saying the audio's in and out-ish. Um is it on one of our sides? Is it like just when I talk? Is it when Neo talks? Let us know in the
I
chat.
I I think they're talking about the phone, if I'm not mistaken. Or
Oh,
hey,
I
I don't
don't
know.
know. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, well, let us know regardless. Audio sounds fine. Okay, cool. Yeah, so there, that whole removal of that infrastructure is definitely only to further their agenda of the Internet of Bodies. And yeah, like Ben says, then there'll be 6G, 7G, because they're always going to trick us saying, guys, your 5G is good after
That's
however
what they
long
did
they
with
keep us to use
4G.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, how long? I think we use 4G for about 5, 6 years, because I think 4G rolled out in like 2016,
Oh
2015,
no,
2016. Is
no,
it earlier?
it was earlier than that
Am
for
I
sure,
tripping?
for
Okay, hold
sure.
up. Let me see. When did 4G roll out?
Because you remember the Samsung Galaxy
Oh my God,
S4?
I'm sorry.
That had
Yeah,
4G. That
2011,
was a
2011.
yeah, that was a
Okay,
long
so
yeah,
we my
exactly.
apologies, my
No,
apologies.
all good.
They I don't know why I said that. I think I saw like a T-Mobile ad for 4G in like 2016. They were ramping it up like it was, yeah, it's true. I don't anyways, I'm tripping. But anyways, besides the point, they
Maybe
say in
that
about
4G
2011.
LTE shit, because I think there's a difference between that.
You're right.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. And actually, speaking of the LTE, which I'm tripping on what it stands for right now. What does LTE stand for?
I have no
LTE
idea.
stand for. Let me check that. Long term evolution. Yeah, that's what it stands for.
Are you
That's
serious?
that's that's a very
4G
interesting.
long term evolution. Okay.
That's actually very interesting. Yeah, long term evolution. So anyways, the rollout of 5 or 4G, they let us have that for about like 11 years, and now we see, well, realistically, they rolled out 5G in some parts of the world in 2019, like in China. They rolled it out then. I think Korea even rolled it out a little bit before. But regardless, on like a worldly scale, and it's coming to North America, it seems like about 10 years. And then about 10 years from then, we're going to get, yeah,
Wow,
the
you know what's
6G.
crazy, dude? So Verizon actually launched its 4G LTE network on December 5th, 2010. So even before 2011. So yeah, 4G has
Interesting.
definitely been on
The
here
difference is, yeah, it's
for a
been rolled
while.
out, scattered in countries
That
differently.
that's true. Yeah,
It's
and
not like one
depending on
concrete
your
rollout.
network too. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's,
Because
yeah, in
not a
terms of
lot of networks
infrastructure.
have 5G right now. You know what I
No,
mean? It's
no.
only like the bigger ones, like the Verizons, the AT&Ts. But I mean,
Same
like
in
it.
Canada. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
only the big dogs, and then the other companies are still on like 4G and shit.
yeah, exactly.
Um,
I think 4G was on the same boat like that when it first launched.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So the transhumanism, like, yeah, perfect, Carrie. Right there. It is. What I was about to say, the transhumanism agenda is totally linked with the 5G wireless communication radiation exposure that we're having, and that they're trying to ramp up. So yeah, I'm putting together a video. It's almost done. I'm trying to work on how to bottle all that up and, yeah, put that out in a
So
sequence video explaining
script,
all that.
you know what I'm realizing?
Mhm.
So 4G actually was released exactly at the same time like smartphones really became like mainstream, I guess you can say, right? So
Mhm.
now that leads me to question like when 5G is like, I mean 5G is out there right now, but it's not like it's not as big as 4G. So what is going to be the next innovation of phones? You know, what's going to be after the smartphone? It's like probably something
Well, hey, I remember
you
that clip.
have on you 24/7. I don't
So
know.
I showed that clip of Jim Carrey as he was playing in the Sonic film as a villain, and they interviewed him at like one of these events for the movie, and he's talking about his. They say like, what do you think the future is going to be like? Because the movie that he's playing in is all futuristic, etc. And he's like, the future is going to be, a lot of nanotechnology. The technology will be within you, and exactly what Matrix is saying right there.
The
The
chip. Yep.
chip.
Yep.
Exactly. They're gonna have something. It's gonna be from within to attack. Like, everything that they're really doing is actually a lot of from within. From mentally trying to get us mentally from within, how we feed ourselves. They're trying to get us from our food, and now they're trying to get us medically. You know what I mean? So it's
Hmm.
everything is like internal battles. They're clearly trying to attack like the core of every man and woman's souls. And that's how you
I
know it's like a
agree.
spiritual battle, and it's not just some, you know leave it up into the air to how this is happening stuff. This is 100%
Absolutely.
spiritual, hence why they have Bibles in courtrooms, and you must take oaths to those Bibles. But
Hmm.
those Bibles are corrupt Bibles written in a debased form of English, a Latin mixture. For those not familiar, I'm referring to something called dog Latin. And that's something that I highly recommend people looking into. I'm actually going to show this channel, and just I want to leave it on the screen for a second, because this stuff right here, guys, is so fascinating. And it's something that I think everybody should add into their cycle of things to watch while they're looking for answers. Let me pull this up here real quick. I was talking about it with Neil before the stream and even the week before. I forgot to actually bring it up last week. I meant to bring this up. Some people might already be aware, and I was vaguely aware, and I just finally found like this guy's channel and stuff. So check this out. This guy's channel is Justinian Deception, grammatical deceptions of the underworld. So, guys, we're already looking at deciphering the numerical and the alphanumerical side of things,
Hmm.
but now there's a whole new avenue that we can venture into, because we can't box our mentality of thinking in this community. We can't only think of one thing and only just decode, and we have to do other things with how we research to get better and evolve. But
Hmm.
anyways, this guy's page right here is something we're checking out. So the idea of dog Latin is debased. It's a debased language, and if you look up the word debased, it associated with words like criminal and immoral and wrong, etc. And essentially, it's the usage of all capital letters on documents, such as your government documents, etc. And this all capital structure of language is actually incorrect. It's not any form of actual proper grammatical English. It's it's debased. It's dog Latin. It's dog Latin meaning the language of the illiterate. And
Mhm.
for us who the common folk who do not understand the legalities and grammatical you know uh, structures and how they're supposed to be used, and we just sign documents that have what is called American Sign Language when it's written in all capitals. Because here, let me show you guys something real quick, just typing it out. My cat is black, right? Like saying that, if you guys see that, let me know if you guys can see
Mhm.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
you see it,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So when I write that sentence out, you guys are going to read it and say, well, it says my cat is black, because you see the English characters. However, the structure of this sentence is not proper, because obviously, if I were to say that and write it, even if I was writing it, my cat is black. Sorry, I forgot the damn sentence. If I was writing this on my English class, my teacher would say, like, why you have it in all capitals? That's not how it's supposed to be written. This is how it's supposed to be written. And basically, this guy's channel is exposing how our world around us is being manipulated legally through this deception, which is Justinian deception. So again, the way things are written, it's in plain sight, it's right in front of us. It's debased. It's not true. It's called American Sign Language. So I don't want to drag that on. I'm gonna let you guys, if you're truly interested, to dive in to go check this channel out. I've left it up there for quite a bit, so you guys can go see that. But yeah, yeah. Neo, you saw a video, one of them that I
Absolutely.
recommended
Yep,
you
it
check
blew
it
my
out.
mind. Yeah. Yeah, guys, if you guys don't watch this guy, what's his name?
Just
Justinian
deception.
Deception.
Yeah.
Yeah,
His
he
name is
does
Romley
mind-blowing
Stewart.
work.
This
Yeah.
guy here is Romley Stewart is his name. He's been going at it for quite a long time. He says around like 7-8 years of looking for this research. But if you want to hear his story, he has his story there. But also, the content's amazing. I've really been diving in. I just think people should check it out. So, anyways, I don't want to ramble too much on that, but it is worth looking into, guys. They are really
Absolutely.
we are being played so deep that unfortunately I really don't think people understand. And I'm not saying I understand, and I'm not trying to be on a moral high horse here. I'm truly on the same boat. Look at that. You see that boat? I'm on the same boat as y'all. We're all on that boat. Like dead ass. We're all just trying to learn. But like, guys, for real, if you really want to get some more information, expand your horizons, check that out. But
Expand your horizon. Yep.
yeah,
There you go.
looking at the beautiful horizon, try to expand it, man. Sorry, I just had to get a drink of water there, but
All good.
Rick James, baby, he's right. 31 out of 58. Let's get them thumbs up,
Oh, okay.
man.
It's Richard James now, huh?
He has to bounce between two accounts. He says he's got a
I
little
see.
thing going on.
I
No
see.
problem for the recommendation, Carrie and everybody else. I really hope, genuinely hope that some of you, because I know honestly, guys, I hate to say, like a lot of people, they don't want to do research. They want someone else to give them the answers. They want it
Script
in
is
jot form. They want it in jot form. Like everybody wants it, even me too. Sometimes I'm like, yo, I'm looking for something, some answers, but like I'm like lazy to like do sometimes you need to read fucking 300 pages to get to one page that tells you damn near
yeah.
everything. But niggas is like, nah, bro, I don't want to do that. And I'm like, I kind of understand, but I'm like, yo, we don't really have much time, so I don't understand. You got to do it, you know?
Yep. It's funny because we were just talking about this, and this is I just saw this on Twitter right now. This is an example of the modern day family, and if you look,
Facts.
this is so true, man.
Bro,
This is so
this
true.
is great. You know what? Actually, I got to give this family credit, guys. I got to give this family credit. You want to know why?
Gotta give 'em
You want to know
credit.
why? You want to know why? Here's the genuine truth. Because at least they're all in the same room together. Despite the fact that mentally they're not there, physically they are. Bro, imagine that, but everybody's in
Dude, look
different
at
rooms.
this one. She's on her phone and her laptop at the same time.
Dude, trust. I've seen people on 3 devices
Look
at
look at this kid. He's in his diapers and look how close he is to the TV.
Hey, let's be real though. A lot of us were that kid in the diapers staring right at the TV at one point. I know I was. I was right up on the TV at one
Yeah,
point
that's
as a
true. But
youngin. I
once
used to
I
sit.
got my ass smacked, I didn't do it again.
Oh yeah, until my parents, would come through and yeah, set me straight.
Hell yeah.
Facts. But yeah, so guys, you know what? I want to show you guys something. Neo pointed out a death anniversary of Craig Mack, and I want to point out another death anniversary, and this one is of none other than the founder of the Society of Jesus. Sorry, this isn't his death anniversary, but the word death is associated with this because on this day, 400 years ago, March 12th, 1622, Saint Ignatius of Loyola was canonized and he was brought into sainthood. And let's look at some interesting numerology. We'll get some explanations, and then yeah. So it states here. Loyola's canonization was celebrated on March 12th, 1622, in a ceremony that was an unprecedented display of an ecclesiastical pomp, pageantry, and extravagance. Pageantry, right? Um, One eyewitness described the event as an expression of the reborn spirit of the Catholic Church, of the triumph of the Blessed Virgin over Luther and Calvin. You know, so the idea of this canonization, guys, is just the stuff that the Catholic Church has normalized for years is truly paganism and it's wicked. But, anyways, let's get into some numbers real quick. So, notice his name, Saint Ignatius of Loyola, because he came a saint on this day, equals 123 in reversible reduction. And he became a saint on March 12th, a day written 12/3. 123. And speaking of the 71, St. Ignatius was canonized on the 71st day of the year. The Society of Jesus, he's the founder, equals 71. Catholic equals 71. They serve the Catholic Church. What is canonization? Well, it states here in the Roman Catholic Church, the official admission of a dead person into sainthood. Many parishioners wanted to attend church specifically to honor the canonization of Mother Teresa. So, this is the worship of the dead, guys. Like, this is what they do. And for people wondering where that source was, where I was reading from, it's Rulers of Evil, Useful Knowledge about Governing Bodies by Frederick Tupper Saucy. Great book. I'm still going through it all. But this is the worship of the dead, what they're doing. And as I was just trying to show you guys earlier about Justinian deception, if you look into that channel, you'll understand that because something I need to preface with that might make it a bit more interesting to check that guy's channel out is that he does talk about the same stuff that we're practically talking about. The same enemy, the same group, the same culprits being the Catholic Church and the Vatican, etc., because that is Justinian inception is Roman law, etc. And yeah, he touches on a lot of that stuff, but he also explains how the worship of the dead and uh, the true meaning of corporation, corpse. It's really deep, and all of this comes from them. They always have worshipped the dead. If you go to Catholic schools, it's usually named after Saint this, Saint that, Saint this. You have streets named after Saint this. This stuff is not normal. It might seem normal, but it's paganism. And they even said when they do this stuff, if you see what he said earlier, uh, it felt like an expression of the reborn spirit of the Catholic Church and a triumph of the Blessed Virgin over Luther and Calvin, other esteemed Protestants that were fighting against the Catholic Church's corruption and the ideologies they would sell to people till this day. So, anyways, guys, it's the 400th anniversary of this man's canonization, and he truly is a very important individual, very, very much held in high esteems in the Catholic Church. So, if you didn't know, now you know, like Biggie said.
If you don't know, now you know.
Yes. So that's the canonization of Saint Ignatius of Loyola. Sorry, I got caught up in those clouds, man, or
I
that
know,
the
right?
waves. This guy's just cruising through it,
Waves.
man. Shout out the people that can
Surf.
surf, man, because surfing looks like such an interesting thing to do. I don't think I can do it personally. I don't want to down myself, but like I'm kind of intimidated by all that massive wave of water. I'm like, bro, if I fall, like I'm not a good swimmer. Like, god damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be stuck out there on the open waters. Like,
Hell
shit.
yeah.
I'm not trying to
Yeah,
get,
that shit
brought
is
up there
terrifying,
by
man.
the man Ignatius. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. He's not my man.
Oh man.
Fuck that guy. Yeah, that's what I said. Fuck him. Anyways, outside of that news, there is some other stuff that I want to show you guys. Um, you know what though? Something that I actually learned today. Literally today, as I was reading more about Ignatius of Loyola's canonization, uh, there was another article that was posted today and on the Jesuit Review, and it talked about Pope Gregory, and it says Pope Gregory was the first pope ever to have been taught by the Jesuits. Excuse me, studying with them in Rome at the Jesuits' German and Roman colleges, and not that and not that many years after Ignatius his death. That was weirdly worded. Although he was only pope for 30 months, elected on February 14th, 1621, and ultimately died on July 8th. That's a date written 7/8. The word Jesuit equals 78 of 1623. In that time, he not only canonized Xavier and Ignatius, Xavier was also alongside Ignatius throughout the founding of the Society of Jesus. So this man, Pope Gregory, was taught by them and obviously admired them so much that he canonized the two founding members of the order, but he also used his own money to pay for churches and schools on missions run by Jesuits and others. So again, like this is the history that you can learn and see how much influence this order has had on the popes, and the popes obviously held in the highest regards in the public eye. Maybe behind the scenes, the Black Pope is definitely the big dog, but you know, on the forefront, the Jesuits control it all, and the Black Pope is the Jesuits, right? It's basically what Ignatius of Loyola was. He was the first superior general. He was the first Black Pope,
Hmm.
essentially, and there you have it, right? But also his name, with his Roman title or numerals, equals 50 in gematria. And Jesuits equals 50. And it's just perfectly fitting because, as it stated from this Jesuit publication, that he was the first pope ever to have been taught by them. And again, even canonized their founders and put his own money into churches and schools. So you see those churches with the IHS. Yeah. Who knows where you live? He might have been a contributor to that. When was his reign? Let's double check. I don't want to misspeak. Let's see here. Let you guys see it. Pope Gregory. So born Alessandro Ludovisi. Um, so he was the ruler of the Papal States from February 9th, 1621 to his death in 1623. I'm a dummy. I just realized it said that in that little excerpt from the article. But yeah, so a very short reign, 30 months in the 1600s. So to get very specific there. But yeah, first ever pope to be taught by them, according to them. So that's also something interesting to see. But other than that, there was another couple other stories that I want to show you guys. In the meantime, if you're not subscribed or following, be sure to do so. Appreciate y'all. All right, so here's one of the first stories that I posted actually this week, because I haven't really posted too much decodes or anything. But we have the rapper NLE Choppa and his girl Marissa Danae reveal their baby passed away. Danae away. Little rhyme. It's dark. Sorry guys, I just heard the rhyme. But yo, you familiar with NLE Choppa?
I've heard of him. I've never listened to his music, but I have heard of his name before. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, he's a very interesting artist. He for those who don't know, he's a young rapper from the Memphis area, and he went through this kind of stage where he was, going conscious, and he was, getting away from his gangster lifestyle and trying to be more quote unquote woke. But I'll tell you guys, it's nothing but a facade. The labels use all these guys, pay them big bucks to act. The world's a stage. We're merely players. Yep.
Exactly.
Fake woke artist indeed. Yep. Yep. But yo, so from NLE's 19th to his girlfriend's miscarriage, November 1st, 21 to March 5th, 2022, a span of 4 months, 5 days. NLE Choppa, 45, and Ritual equals 45. 4 months, 5 days, like the number 45, obviously. And the ritual involving NLE Choppa. Now, here's a little excerpt from Samuel L. Macy, and it goes on to say, because you can see the symbolism here. Sorry, I just want to see if you guys can see the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you guys can
Yeah.
see it. Sorry, I thought I heard like a sound in the background. I was tripping. Um, as one can imagine, the Christian apologist made much of the practice of sacrifice to Saturn. Lactanius said that this rite of immolating human victims is ancient, since Saturn was honored in Latium Latum with the same kind of sacrifice. To think that men were so barbarous, so savage, that they gave the name of sacrifice to the slaughter of their own children. Tetrululian, probably mispronouncing it, a Roman Christian theologian draws the parallel at least twice between the sacrifice of children to Saturn and that tradition that he had devoured his own offspring. Again, Saturn being the father of time, death, limitation, etc. And it's just so fitting because his full name of NLE Choppa is Bryson LaShawn Potts, which equals 201. Like Saturn worship equals 201, the Jesuit order equals 201, as we know these things. And one's got a question: was this 4 month and 5 day miscarriage from his 19th birthday one big ritual sacrifice to the Saturn deity? And to further show some esoteric symbolism, you could see that the child's name was Seven. Now think about how Saturn has 7 rings, and the kid's full name was Seven Deshawn, Potts, which equals 210, with the rules of numerology leaving us with 21, like Saturn equals 21. So, I mean, people, you got to ask yourself, are these things organic? There's a lot of history to back up that there's these agent mystic beliefs. We know that these people use magic. We know that these people are pawns. It's very questionable. Who names their kid Seven? I don't know. Um, then you have the fact that this happened in 2022, and in English ordinal, Seven Deshawn Potts, the son that passed, RIP, equals 222. And this happened in 2022. Now, what I was talking about with his whole concept of conscious and, getting away from his dark side, you can see he put out a mixtape called From Dark to Light. And for those who, do their research or just have a decent memory, you'll know that that phrase is very similar to the Masonic phrase, from darkness to light, right? And you see kind of very similar imagery with the duality and colors and the symbolism. So, I mean, you got to think about all this stuff when you factor in these stories, everybody. You can't just selectively, because people forget about the things that these actors and entertainers and politicians do in their career. So when a big ritual happens with them, they're quick to dismiss it. They're like, nah, you're tripping. It's not a ritual. But I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You're not like us. We keep track of these motherfuckers. And I'm not saying we watch them all day. Da da da. We're on the social media. Oh my god, they
Right,
posted. That's not
right.
what I mean. I just mean we keep a pattern, or sorry, we keep track of certain
Document.
rituals and document exactly big things that happen, not their minor day things, but the big things. And we see patterns that you guys don't. Not you guys, but you guys know what I mean. I'm speaking to the general public, the people that aren't tapping in because they're not aware of this stuff. Like, and then they're quick to just dismiss it as it's not a ritual, it's not this. But I'm like, you don't know that he put out From Dark to Light previously. You don't know the type of symbolism that he puts out. You don't know that his son's name was Seven. And you don't even know. You just heard the baby had a miscarriage. You didn't know all this stuff. You don't know. Like, so people don't question. They're just quick to run with a narrative. But come on, guys, look at this, man. I really fuck with the graphics that I did there. The Saturn, the Saturn hovering over NLE. Because I mean, honestly, that's kind of what it seems like they want to do to all of us. They want to have this Saturn energy. If it's not already reigning over us, that's what they want to achieve. For sure, for sure. So that's the story of NLE Choppa, man, and his miscarriage with his girl Marissa. Sad stuff, obviously.
It
If
almost
it's real,
reminds of the Nick Cannon story.
yeah, the one that happened on Pearl Harbor Day, where Nick Cannon
Mhm.
lost his child on Pearl Harbor Day. Very ritualistic. Yeah, yeah. Me and Neo both talked about it. Obviously, tons of others in the community talked about it. But yeah, they do this stuff because, again, let me just go back to this source from Samuel. The idea of sacrificing children to Saturn. This is in so many books. You can find this information tons of places. So, you can't dismiss it as just wacko conspiracy stuff. Or if you have friends that try to do that to you,
Just
it's like,
blows my
bro,
mind when people say that shit.
yeah, you can't. Like, I mean, look, if you're lazy and you just hear that through the grapevine, you're like, Saturn worship killing, yeah, these guys are crazy. But if you're someone who's open minded and not ignorant, like that person would most likely reply, then you would be like, that's pretty weird. But let me check it out. Let me check it out. What's this whole Saturn energy sacrifice, that's just only for the wandering questioning mind, you know
I mean, it's just I don't know, man. I don't get how people can't just see through this shit, dude. I mean, it really doesn't even take. I don't know. I guess ignorance is bliss.
Ignorance is bliss for so long, though. um
People just need to freaking read books. I mean, all the information is out there. I mean, it's obvious that we know who's behind it. We just gotta put it into here. Matter of fact, there's a book that I recommend everybody to go and pick up. It's called The Unseen Hand, and the author is A. Ralph Epperson. Here, matter of fact, script, if you don't mind, I could pull it up real quick and I'll just
of
read a page of
course,
it.
if there's new information, guys, we're all about sharing new information. Learn new things, outside of gematria numbers back and forth over and over. It's still amazing. I love gematria. I love it. It's amazing. I'll always incorporate it in my research. It is it's like a gematria is like an app. It's like having this helpful app and tool to help you research and make your research more enhanced. That's how I'll put it.
Yep, exactly. That's exactly
Like,
what it
you're
is.
reading this book that Neo's about to show us, you can apply the gematria to it. But anyways, talk about it. My
Absolutely.
bad.
Yeah, nah, all good, man. It's just the reason why I'm bringing up this book is because I think it does a great job at shining light on who's really behind this and how it all came about. Because so this book, The Unseen Hand by A. Ralph Epperson, is titled An Introduction to the Conspiratorial View of History. So pretty much it just dives into hundreds of years of history and shows you how it's all contrived, essentially. And I'm gonna just read a page of it where he mentions the
Sure. I'm
Jesuits.
down. I'm down. Let's go. Let's go. I love it. Let's
So
get this.
he starts off with Adam Weishaupt. So he says the Illuminati was founded on May 1st, 1776, by Adam Weishaupt, a Jesuit
Fact.
priest and a
Fact.
professor of canon law at Ingolstadt. I'm not sure
Yeah.
you pronounce that.
Ingolstadt. Ingolstadt.
Ingolstadt
Yes.
University
Ingolstadt.
in Bavaria, today part of Germany. There is some evidence that Professor Weishaupt had become affiliated with secret societies before he found the Illuminati.
So sorry,
The-
can you put your cursor on where you're reading? I think I see it, but
yes,
just for
yes,
everybody to
yes.
follow you along, so
Yeah,
just so they see where you're at. So
yeah.
he's right there. He's right there where you see his cursor is, so you guys can follow along.
So the founding date of May 1st is still celebrated by communists around the world as May Day, although the pursuits claim that May Day is celebrated because that was the beginning date for the Russian Revolution of 1905. But this doesn't change the date of May 1st, 1905, as an anniversary of the founding of the Illuminati on May 1st, 1776. Weishaupt's organization spread quickly, especially among fellow intellectuals at his university. In fact, all but two of its professors had become members of this organization in the first few years of its existence. So I actually did not know that. So members of his university that he created actually became I'm sorry, professors, not members, professors of the university that Weishaupt attended actually joined the organization, the Illuminati that Weishaupt created. I didn't even know that. But the basic philosophy that was being offered to the prospective member of the Illuminati was a reversal of the traditional philosophy taught by the church and the educational system. It has been summarized by Weishaupt himself as follows: quote, "Man is not bad except as he is made so by arbitrary morality. He is bad because religion, the state, and bad examples prevent him, or I'm sorry, pervert him. When at last reason becomes the religion of man, then will the problem be solved." Unquote. There is reason to believe that Weishaupt's contempt of religion started on July 21st, 1773, when Pope Clement XIV forever annulled and extinguished the Jesuit order. The Pope's action was in response to pressure from France, Spain, and Portugal, which independently had come to the conclusion that the Jesuits were meddling in the affairs of the state and were therefore enemies of the government. The response of one ruler, King Joseph of Portugal, was typical. He hastened to sign a decree by which the Jesuits were denounced as traitors, rebels, and enemies of the realm. So the three nations presented the categorical request that he, the Pope, should suppress the Jesuit order throughout the world. The Pope agreed and banned the order. Weishaupt, a Jesuit priest, certainly must have been concerned by the Pope's action, possibly to the point where he wished to organize an institution strong enough to ultimately destroy the Catholic Church itself. Pope Clement's action was short-lived, though, as Pope Pius in August 1814 that reinstated the Jesuits to all of their former rights and privileges. Pope Pius reinstatement did not go without notice in the United States, as ex-President John Adams wrote to his successor, Thomas Jefferson, quote, "I do not like the reappearance of the Jesuits. If ever there was a body of men who merited eternal damnation on earth, it is this society." Unquote. Jefferson replied, quote, "Like you, I disapprove of the restoration of the Jesuits, for it means a step backwards from light into darkness." Unquote. The Jesuits are still in trouble with the church, just as they were during the early 1700s. On February 28th, 1982, Pope Paul II told the Jesuits to keep clear of politics and honor Roman Catholic tradition. Unquote. An article on the Pope's action in the U.S. News and World Report stated that the Jesuits had indeed meddled in the affairs of certain nations. The article said, quote, "The Jesuits have played leading roles in Nicaragua's Sandinista revolution. Some Jesuits have joined communist parties. One priest in El Salvador has claimed that his order is working for the advancement of Marxism and revolution and not for God." Unquote. So there you go.
And that's amazing. And guys, that's the beauty of these books is, again, you can start to see the information stacks, and it matches in several books, and they speak on the Jesuits in the same light, and that same dates and etc. um and two things that I want to point out was, one, the first thing is the talk of the Illuminati before Adam Weishaupt, because we talked about Ignatius of Loyola. He was part, and some say the founder, and that I can't verify. I'm not sure if it was verified, but he was definitely a member of the Spanish mysticism group called the Alumbrados,
Hmm.
which was translates to enlightened, and that is just like the Illuminati, the enlightened ones. So the Illuminati very much stems directly to the Jesuits and their order, and established off of that. And we know that order of Illuminati, when spelt out in gematria, equals 201. And then the next thing that I want to point out about this guy's reading too, or this guy's the excerpt that you read from this page, was uh the Thomas Jefferson quote. Where was I? Just saw it.
Right.
He says Jefferson replied, and quote, "Like you, I disapprove of the restoration of the Jesuits, for it means a step backwards from light into darkness." Right.
Yep.
And think about what we just showed with NLE Chapa in the symbolism for Masonry, which is a Jesuit creation,
Hmm.
from darkness to light. That's like one of their like mottos, or ideologies and beliefs, so it's like all of this esoteric wording and symbolism, etc., is all matching, it's all tying. You do your research, you remember things, you'll see, oh yeah, hey, I saw that here, I saw that there. Who does this all tie back to? Well, it seems like all roads are leading to Rome. The black
And
nobility, the gray pope, the white pope, the black pope, all of it, all of that, all of it.
what's trippy, man. So he actually, out of this entire book, the very first time he actually dives deep into the Jesuits is on page 79. And of course, we know Society of Jesus, so 79. I don't know if that's organic. I don't know if that was done intentionally, but that is very interesting.
Yeah, no, that is interesting. Well, so you gotta. Some things I do think are definitely, okay, no, I don't want to say definitely, but some things seem interesting, questionable, because that. So remember what I was showing you guys about the Justinian deception and stuff like that.
Hmm.
I was watching one of his videos, and he references, because he goes back to, I think it's the Chicago manual style of writing. It's like if you guys like, when you would write an essay, they would say, how are you going to cite it? MLS, Chicago style. So there's forms of, grammatical structure to abide by. And one of the most like prominent ones in North America is the Chicago Manual Styles book. And he states that on page 666 is where he found one of the biggest grammatical, I guess you could say, deceptions in the language that led him further into his research. But he found it very odd, knowing that it's very much a spiritual biblical battle, the Bible, the script, etc., knowing that he's like, wow, page 666 is where he found his, leading, or one of his biggest clues to further his research.
All
So yeah,
right.
I think some things are definitely done on purpose, and then other things are just like, maybe that's
Interesting.
organic. Here,
Yeah.
I'll give you a crazy organic example, guys. This one's trippy. So I put out my video, emotional energy harvesting, on, it was Tuesday, March 8th, right? That's a date written 3/8. So I was gonna do Monday, but I was just like, I'll do Tuesday, because I just wanted to do Tuesday. I was like, whatever. I mainly because the stream, I like to let the stream more people to watch the stream while it's out for a couple of days, then put out a new video. So that's what I was thinking in my head. So, anyways, I put out the video, or I decided to put the video out on 3/8, and I'm like, well, that's, what, I just remembered energy equals 38, and the basis of this video is about energy, and it's on 3/8. But what was trippy about that video, guys, was when I was making it, um, I actually finished it, and then I rewatched it, and I was like, I need to edit something. Something was wrong. Like, I didn't do enough research, or I was missing something. So I made a massive change. I edited some things, and then boom, the video length got extended, and it went from about, like, I think I originally had it at like 14 minutes or something, and then after all my additions and changes, it went to a length of 16 minutes and 30 seconds. And I was like, oh shit, that's a trip. And for those aren't aware, 16 minutes and 30 seconds. Think about the numbers, 163, like 163. 163 is the 38th prime number. And again, the whole video is about energy, which equals 38. And I released it on 3/8. I was like, wow, that's a trip. Like, all those edits that I made, it just, the video ended. Like, when I was done editing and I was done with it, I was like, man, 16 minutes and 30 seconds. So there's just things that happen. And I think, it's like a synchronicity. It's like a natural, like, hey, you're on to something. And
Hmm.
then obviously we see there's a clear mysticism, demonic side to it, the way they use it.
I agree 100%, man.
Yeah, it was trippy. It was like, okay, well, that's just kind of how it pans out. It's not that everything is planned or meticulous in terms of the average day person, but these sick motherfuckers, very questionable. And guys, check this out. So here's how you know they use this stuff in a esoteric way. So I put out another video called Janus equals suicide. So
Oh
Janus,
shit, we have another suicide.
well, no, this isn't another one technically. So check this out. So this guy died on January 11th, and the
Oh
story
wow.
actually came out around January. We actually covered it on a stream.
Oh, I
Yeah,
remember this. Okay, okay, okay. Got you.
but here's the thing: they never ruled what his death was. And what's fucking crazy is he died at the age of 34, and he died during January. Guys, oh, you guys got to see this, man. Look, so again,
Oh man.
dead at the age of 34. They didn't tell us his cause of death, but he died on January 11th, 22, which equals 34, the date numerology. And 2 months later, exactly 2 months later, he died on the 11th. They announced it on March 11th. They said, what do you know? He died by suicide. And I said, you gotta be shitting me. This is literally like the 15th fucking
You
suicide.
script. You remember on the 30th day of the year we had a 30-year-old commit suicide, and then on the what is it on the 31st or something like that? On the 31st we have another 31-year-old committing suicide. It's just
Exactly.
oh my god. So here we are again on this time on a 34 date numerology. We have a 34-year-old committing suicide, and suicide comes to 34. Wow.
During Janus, during the month of Janus, which equals 34. And again,
Ah,
suicide equals 34.
you know what? It's probably why there was so many suicides in January.
Yeah, that's what I pointed out in that video. And so that's the whole premise of that video, is that what is happening is 100% a pattern. You can see here
That's right.
that all of these deaths, all of them happening in January, were all suicides, all using the same number. Each one of these, I'm just like, you guys could go check this out, but they all revolve around, like, look, this is what Neo was talking about, the guy who was announced dead on the 31st at the age of 31. He didn't die on the 31st, but they waited to the 31st. And he died 34 days from his birthday of a suicide. Well, this story changed up. They're saying maybe he was murdered, but they initially suspected suicide. Fittingly enough, again, the 34. And then you flash back to where we are now with this story, and they gotta say suicide. I said, like, come on, man. I said, like, this right here, this suicide stuff is such a clear pattern stacking. Um, in like recent time, like, to show someone new to this and just be like, hey, yo, look at this. You show them, all you got to do, guys, is you line up those examples. I mean, you could just show them my video if you like, but if you want to show them yourself, you go to your friend and you say, okay, look at this word suicide and look at these numbers: 70, 34, 119, 47. And then you go through all those suicides that were listed in the month of January, and you show that person how each one of those people died by these numbers, in relation to the fact that they died by a suicide in the month of Janus. You know what I mean? Which equals 70 and 34. Like, it's a perfect pattern to just show. And I'm sure it's not over with. They just had to wait till March 11th. And again, guys, that's the day, March 11th, the day they waited for, is the 113 day, right? And 113 is the number of deception, right? That's the number of deception, dishonest, right? So you can see like all of these words are equaling the 113. And they waited till March 11th, 2 months later, to tell us, it's a suicide. Again, like this stuff
And he
is
said
not
he died
organic.
on the 11th as well, right?
There it is. He died on the
So he
11th.
died on the 11th, and then the cause of death comes out on the 11th. See, like shit like that is what I don't understand. How people just think that's a coincidence. Like, what are the odds of that? The
No, this
11th
ain't
day of the
no
month only
coincidence.
comes one time. What are the odds that it lands twice?
Exactly, man. Exactly. Exactly, dude. This stuff is that I just yo, Mr. 113, your face emoji was my face when I saw this.
113.
When I saw this story, that was my face. That emoji right there was my face. I was like, bruh, like just like come on. Come on. But anyways, that's Clint Arliss. Clitoris. I don't know. His name sounds like clitoris when I know it sounds dark and dirty, but that's just how his name looks for a quick sec. When you like glance at it,
Well, honestly, if you just
it's
remove the
probably a sick chick.
LIS, I mean, yeah, it pretty much is Clint.
Yeah, I know what you, yeah, yeah, yeah. You guys see it. But yeah, I had to point that out because I was like, these suicides are never ending. Like for real. They're never ending right now.
I wonder if they're gonna continue on for the rest of the year.
I think so. I mean, Zach popped into the stream last week, and he was like, the number 34 seems to be the number of the year because Ukraine also equals 34, and that's the big agenda right now,
Makes
in
sense.
this month. And then we've had a lot of suicides, which equals 34. And then it's slipping my head, but there was one more example.
I'm getting so tired of this Ukraine crap, dude.
Yeah, this is definitely another psyop for the masses, for sure.
I'm just amazed at how so many people actually give a fuck about another country now. It's like, where was all this when the U.S. was invading the entire Middle East? Where was all this energy at? Nobody gave the fuck then, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, they were conditioned to not look at it in a certain they're
It,
conditioned to hate those people in the Middle East, whereas in the people in the Ukraine, they weren't ever conditioned to look at them in that light, which seems to be why the programming is working
It
perfectly right
is
now.
programming. It definitely. Have you remember that that screenshot of Family Guy when Peter Griffin he gets pulled over and then the cop pulls out like this booklet of like different color skin tones and he's like, as long as you're like not darker than this, you're good to go. Have you ever
Yes,
seen
I know
that
exactly what
meme?
scene you're talking about. I know exactly what scene you're talking
That's
about.
exactly what it is, man.
Yeah, 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 exactly, man. Exactly, exactly. Sorry, run the digits. He commented, said lots of suicides in the time of Rona, that 70 crossover. And here, let me just show you guys what he's talking about. It is an interesting point because it's a good way to sort of uh hide deaths, I guess you could say. So here, let's oh sorry. So here's what my man's pointing out. So you guys see it, right?
No, you're not showing your screen.
Oh, I'm not. God damn. Good thing I asked. Boom. Let me show it right now. So here's what Run the Digits is pointing out, right? The crossover. A lot of suicides in the time of this. So you see the 70, and then you see the 70. And to be in this entertainment business, you're gonna have to most likely take the poke. Um, some speculate they don't get it. They take saline, whatever it may be. I contest that a little bit. I truly think, like, look, these celebrities aren't anybody special to them. Some celebrities have more meaning to this cabal than others, but overall, these celebrities are expendable. They could create new ones anytime they
They don't
want.
give a fuck about them, man.
So my point being is, why would they fake giving them maybe at the start they would, you know I see, I don't even want to go into that realm because YouTube's gonna like knock us down and stuff like that, but
Whoa,
just do
whoa.
your own discernment, and just realize that these celebrities aren't that important, so they don't try to save every celebrity and, oh, they fake that. Nah, these they're out for blood for a lot of people.
I think at the end of the day, they do have to perform like legitimate human sacrifices, not just faking people's. I mean, some people might fake their death, but I don't think they consider that as a ritual sacrifice. If you're faking your death, that's not really a ritual. I mean, you murdering somebody, that's a clear ritual
Well,
right there.
hold up. That okay? So let me clarify. Faking your death is definitely a ritual. It's definitely a whole other ritual because that is a massive energy harvesting
Oh,
ritual.
right. Okay. In that sense, of course. Yeah.
But I know what you mean. And then obviously the actual killing and
It's
the
more
death
serious, is what I'm trying to
is the
say.
more
Yeah.
serious. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the ultimate because when someone you just think about it on a general level. No one should any like this is obviously very obvious and we should all know this. No one should ever kill anybody ever because none of us have the right to take the life of any other human.
Too late for
uh
that.
you know and just on a like just on a general level, forget the cabal and stuff for a second, because you are taking away something you didn't bring into the earth, just on a regular person level, like excluding Jesuits, major cabal. um you know what I mean, like, so that is a big when someone even just to me, this might sound strange, but like just a regular murder is like a ritual, like a literally a regular murder, like like the idea of doing it is because the pain and suffering that happens after that is so deep that they're entrenched by what this unrighteous act was done to one other. And what I'm trying to say is the depth of killing someone is very powerful, and these guys understand that power, and they understand their mission, and their mission is to take souls with them to the abyss. And when they fake a death, maybe that's only for certain people, I can only imagine, just because of certain reasons, but otherwise they're going out for the blood, I think personally, and that's the big end of the ritual.
No, I agree. I agree.
A little rambly there, guys. My apologies, but I'm still trying. I'm an outsider looking in, guys. Every day I'm trying to piece it together. I don't have the goddamn answers all the way. Like I'm just
I
trying
don't
to.
think anybody has all the answers, man.
And yeah, killing definitely equals Saturn ritual because you're ending their time in this earth. You know what I'm saying? Like 100% Matrix, exactly. Yeah, you're ending their time. Another thing from Justinian Deception that if you guys check out is the word God is more so grantor of dominion, and we were granted dominion from the true Creator, whereas the Vatican plays as a third party, indebting us and being enslaving us and claiming to be the true grantors of dominion in our world.
Hmm.
And they claim to want to take us out of this this realm and remove our dominion from this world. So it's very deep stuff, man. It's very deep stuff, guys. We're all still learning every day. But again, I can't imagine that every death is faked, but there is 100% the idea of ritualistic fake deaths as energy harvesting rituals, no doubt about it. I can't say every one of them is. I don't think anybody can because
Yeah.
we just don't know. And yeah, me and Neo were discussing it earlier. Unfortunately, guys, unfortunately, we have to come to terms that there's tons of things that we will never get the answers to. You have to
No,
come to terms with that.
no, there's no
You
way.
have to come to terms with that. If you are sitting around thinking, I need to like I
Learn
you know,
everything? No, that's impossible because I mean, there's not even enough life to
there
achieve
you
that.
go. There's not even enough time. And
Yeah,
then you have the Saturn energy trying to strip you of that. So yeah, you can never know everything,
just
and
learn whatever you can.
yeah, take it in stride, take it with a grain of salt. What else do I got? I think I had a few other things to share real quick. In the meantime, you guys know what it is. Um, oh yeah, I just wanted to talk about this. I know the topic is overdone right now, but I just want to say one brief thing. Check this out. So I posted this article on my story today on Instagram, but it reads, this is from the 15th of February, 2022. Pope Francis may be our last hope. Wait a second, that's pretty trippy. Why was this written in on the 15th when everything kind of popped off on the 24th? But anyways, sorry guys, I just had a little side thought there. But anyways, Pope Francis may be our last hope for stopping the war in Ukraine. Um, guys, right now what's happening with this?
Wait, Pope Francis?
Yes, exactly. And
That's funny.
so this is coming from the Jesuit Review, so very big Jesuit publication. But
Pope
this
Francis
is
can't even control his priest from fucking other boys. How's he gonna stop a war?
yeah, that's a great point. Do they honestly want to stop the war? Are they pushing? Are they pulling the strings? Hmm. Think, people, think. Um, and remember, all of these leaders are pictured with none other than Pope Francis. So, what I want to, you know what, I was, I could say what I want to say, but I want to point you guys to a source that puts it even better. So guys, check this out. If you guys get a chance, if you guys want to get a good perspective on what's happening right now, uh, this is the video to watch. If you want to, understand a little more perspective, a little deeper, because this really is a religious battle. Hence why the Vatican, the Holy Father, is here to mitigate between the Orthodox Catholics, because the difference being that the Orthodox view that the Pope can be fallible, whereas the Roman Catholics believe the Pope is infallible, meaning he can never do no wrong. And there's a lot of religious conflict. There's a lot of presence of Catholic Church within Ukraine, within Russia, and Walter and Martin do a great job at explaining that. That's what I wanted to say. But sorry, what's up? You were gonna say something.
No, I was just gonna say, man. I mean, just based off what you said, you're right about the whole Orthodox and the Pope, because I was actually raised into a Orthodox family, and Orthodox, instead of having popes, they have archbishops, and
Mm.
essentially they bow down to the archbishop the same way Catholics bow down to a pope. It's really no different. Although Orthodox say, "Oh, Pope," they look Orthodoxes look down upon on the Catholic Pope, but yet they have archbishops who are literally in the same role as a pope.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm not like super versed in that realm of Orthodox like structuring, but I did understand that. Yeah, they viewed that the Pope was fallible; he could be wrong, and the other side of the Catholics see it otherwise.
I could be wrong, but I don't think Orthodoxes see the archbishop as doing anything wrong either, because
So they probably see
they
him as
definitely look.
infallible. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
interesting. And guys, realistically, every man and woman is fallible. Sorry, we all do wrong. We all do right at times, and even the Jesuits, because someone's sitting here probably thinking, if this is the first time they ever heard of the Jesuits before, wow, these are some demonic motherfuckers. All they do is evil shit. That's not entirely true. They have to do good shit to allow them to continue doing their bad shit. So they have charities, the Jesuits. They have soup kitchens. They have these things. They have obviously churches that, give questionable things might happen at some of these churches, unfortunately. But to say the least, there is elements of good, quote unquote. That's their duality that they play. Obviously, they're playing on their duality. It's to clear their conscience of what they do on the underworld. They present themselves as holy in the overworld. You see, guys, it's all very deep, man. It's all very deep. It's all very deep. But at least you have this beautiful beach to look at. God damn. Look at these people, man. This is a beautiful, beautiful setting right there. Beautiful setting. But yeah, yeah, that's that. Definitely check out Walter and Martin for that. There was, oh yeah, this is crazy. I just saw this a couple days ago. Or no, when did I see this? Pretty recently. No, sorry. What am I saying? I saw this today. Check this out. Check this out. This is messed up. This is from National Geographic, and let me pull this up here. So, oh, it's not showing the full photo. That's weird. But this is a kid here. Says this was posted. You can see it, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So this is posted exactly 2 years from when the World Health Organization declared coronavirus a global pandemic, March 11th, 2022. The headline reads, "Why is it so hard to compensate people for serious poke side effects?" You guys know what I mean by poke. Um, all right. So check this out. It's pretty intense. We're just going to read from here to here. Uh, from the start, 14-year-old Aiden, I'm not even going to say his last name, Aiden and his mom, Emily, didn't question whether Aiden would get the C19 poke. We take C19 extremely serious, so our plan has always been to poke up. I hope you guys know what I mean. Poke up, vaccinate. That's what I'm trying to say. Emily says Aiden was pretty excited for it because it meant doing more activities and worrying less about getting sick. And though Emily had heard about possible side effects, she knew they were usually mild. Aiden got his first dose of Pfizer mRNA poke on May 12th, 2021, the day it came available for people his age. 4 weeks later, he got his second dose. The very next day after his second dose, Aiden began feeling mild chest pain. He dismissed it, assuming it was related to his asthma, but the pain kept waking him up at that night. I began to get frightened as I was able to fall back asleep and then woke up an hour later with the same pain, Aiden says. He spoke with his mother at dawn, and Emily recognized the signs of none other than myocarditis, an inflammation of the heart known to occur in rare cases after the Pfizer vaccine. Aiden spent 4 days in the acute cardiac unit at their local hospital, where he was given anti inflammatory drugs for the pain. After discharge, Aiden discovered that any activity that raised his heart rate could still trigger mild chest pain. Though he expected to fully recover, his parents are watching the medical bills roll in despite their insurance coverage. We did everything we were told to, and then you can imagine where that goes on from there. If you guys, it's pretty interesting. You can go check it out. But yeah, this is from National Geographic. So I just want to say one thing, and then Nia, I want to get your opinions. But guys, I posted a video on my Instagram, and it talked about how there was a study in Hong Kong from 12 to 17-year-olds where they found that there was scarring in their like chest and heart area after their second poke, uh and when they did things like that raised their heart rate, like it said here, it would trigger pain. And then you got to think about all those athletes that are going through all these things. Some people say they're all staged. Again, I question that because I'll be honest, I don't think at all that these athletes or entertainers are important to these people. They could get new ones. So if they drop dead or have mild chest pains on the field after their, second dose of the Pfizer poke, I mean, if it's happening to real people, I wouldn't be surprised it's happening to them, to say the least.
So,
But anyways,
script. What you're
let me know what you
saying is, the C19 could possibly make a comeback, right?
it ain't gonna leave is the reality.
Well, check this out. Hold on, let me share my screen because I just seen this.
Yeah, and guys, let me know what you guys think of that too, because that's just oh yeah, yeah, man. This kid's young, suffering some crazy fuckery that he didn't need to suffer. For what?
So I guess this is the breaking news right now.
Mm-mm.
Mainland China
I
reports
already see.
nearly 3,400 new C19 cases, the highest level since February of 2020, which is literally
Yes,
right around the time the pandemic started, right? And local
exactly.
transmission and province across the country.
I'm so glad you brought this up. Two things I want to point out, guys. We just talked about how the number 34 is the number. Look how they said 3,400. Very interesting. But anyways, yeah, this is very interesting. This whole China going through. what we just seem to be passing. Whereas China started off with the whole scare, then remember how, okay, so let's just do a quick recap. Shit starts off, we see videos of niggas dying and shit on the floor in China. Just it looks mad serious. It looks like a fucking movie. It's like, oh my god, people are
The
getting
Walking
dragged
Dead.
out of their car. Yeah, it looks
That's
straight
what
out of
they
a
made it
movie.
seem like, though,
They
man.
made it
Like,
like a
yeah,
straight
you're
movie,
right. In the very beginning, they had videos up where people were just dropping dead in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
bro.
What
It
virus is
seemed
that? COVID didn't do that.
wild. It seemed like the way they made it, because it never translated like that media wise, even
Hell no.
here in the West. But in China,
Nah.
the way they started it was wild. And then, anyways, you go, you then a few months later, not even, you see Wuhan having a massive pool party while everybody in North
Yeah.
America's locked
Yeah.
down, and they're in like a wave pool, like, yeah, we beat it, nothing's wrong with us. And it's like,
But do
wait a
you know?
second,
Do you know
y'all
what the
niggas
media
started
said?
with it.
But you remember what the media said when everybody was like, "Hey, wait a minute! If this came from Wuhan, how come they're out there partying?" The media said, "Well, it's because look at what their government did to prevent it from spreading. They locked down everything, so that's what we're gonna do as well."
Yeah, you saw videos of them doing like spray cleaning throughout transit, and they're like, yeah, see, they took it crazy serious and
They
shit like
made
that.
vaccine or not vaccine, but they made the masks mandatory and stuff. So that's exactly what we're gonna do if you guys want to go back to partying and shit.
Yeah,
And that's
man. And
exactly
we
what they
should all
did.
be aware that China, unfortunately, is a template for what we will see. There was a good Vice HBO documentary, short one, talking about the social credit system in China and how that's going to, eventually cater over to where we are now. That's what Klaus Schwab, World Economic Forum, is pushing for, total technocratic control over all of us. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, fake footage, sick. I got to be careful with my words, but yeah, Matrix, you're right. Exactly,
Wag the
exactly
dog.
what he said. What he said. Yeah, I haven't seen this movie still, but I heard about it. Matrix, I saw you did a video about it, so I looked into that. And guys, if you haven't seen that, go check out See Through the Matrix Reloaded 2. Right here, I put it up too. You can just see it, his name, so you can see it easier. But yeah, I gotta check that movie out because that
Yeah,
that
it's
seems like an
definitely a lot of
interesting.
gems. Yeah, man. It really just shines light on it. I mean, it's crazy because it's like they're telling you how they contrive the news, but yet people and that movie came out prior to 9/11, way before nine
Yeah,
eleven. Hold on, let me
yeah,
see what year did that movie come out. 1997, dude.
1997.
It
Interesting.
came out on Christmas Day too. Wow. Yeah, in the US it released on December 25th, 1997.
Hmm,
And that movie really just shows you how they just contrived the news and wars and all for agendas. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. People think, oh nah, it's just a movie. Well, where do you think the director and the writers of the movie got the idea from? They just made it out of their ass?
exactly. It's pure Kabbalah, mysticism, esoteric knowledge that they're incorporating, and then being misconstrued for art. Definitely. Here, let's look at this story here. Actually, I forgot I had this short ass decode that I didn't even post or share. This came across my way. I just drummed it up real quick, but I saw it. It was on March 9th. Australian YouTube star and musician Lil Bo Weep
Oh
dies at
God.
22. So this is the individual here.
I'm not laughing at the death, I'm laughing at her name.
It is a very interesting name. So they said, she died at the age of 22. She battled depression, trauma, PTSD, drug addiction. A lot of battles that she dealt with, according to the family. Now,
You said
real
she was a rapper?
that's the
Oh, YouTube star.
musician,
Okay,
YouTube
musician.
star. I yeah, I whenever I hear about these stories and it's an artist, I do actually quickly check out their music real quick, like just a song, just to understand, like, because I was curious. I was like, Lil Bo, like, what is this? Like, it's like
Lil Bo
emo.
Peep.
It's like emo, like dark. You
What the
know,
fuck does that even
type.
mean? Lil
I mean,
Bo Weep?
it's Australia, so they might have different slang out there. I didn't even know what's going on. So, someone from Australia, let me know if whatever. Anyways, let me know about Lil Bo Weep. But anyways, let me
Oh
let you know
god.
what I found. So look at some symbolism here. So here are some
Oh.
photos of her. You
Oh
see her
boy.
clearly flashing the one eye and some questionable finger gang signs shit going on there. Um, and then you have her in the Freemasonic black and white checkerboard, doing a very strange, I don't know, questionable pose. But anyways, quick numbers. Her name, Lil Bo Weep, Lil Bo Weep equals 99 and 45. And she died on a Thursday. Thursday is named after Jupiter, which equals 99 and 45, just like her name, 99, 99, and 45, 45, in the same ciphers. And then obviously the word ritual equals 45. Um, and then it stated that she died at the age of 22.
Wait, script. What was your cause of death?
So they didn't announce that entirely, but uh, they said there was a lot of here. Let's go back. Where is it?
Are they, if they say suicide, that'll be fucked up. The
Um,
reason
yeah.
do
What's
do
up?
you think they'll say suicide?
I did think about it when I saw it because whenever they talk about this trauma, depression, drug addiction, suicide
It's
usually
yeah, it's
follows
most
along.
likely going to be either suicide or overdose. But I think they might lean towards the suicide side. Here's the reason why I say that. Shout out to Pokemon fan 8491. He said, check out her channel full of symbolism. Right. So that's what I did. I just not Googled, but YouTubed Lil
I'll check it out
Bo
right now.
Weep. Yeah, do that. And if you look at the second video, look at the thumbnail. Oh, on yours is the third. But oh
Is
no
this
no,
it?
go back. The third one. Look at that. A child holding a gun to her head,
Yeah.
and it might
Yeah.
not be uploaded by her, but I think it's one of her
Well,
songs. Lil Bo Weep. I
well,
wrote this song for you. I don't know.
the parent, like, so here's the thing, guys. How do we know that this isn't the dad isn't part of a Masonic cult in Australia, and he's partaking in a ritual as they see the world as a stage, and his daughter is part of the world stage for some sort of ritual, and this is all fake.
Her channel is just filled
22.
with
She's dead at the age of 22, right? But here's the trippy part too. Sorry to cut you off, but
no, you're good.
they
You're good.
they said that she was dead at 22, but other sources said 24. So a 2-year difference.
What the fuck?
And
How's
I
there a
looked at
2 year
her,
difference? That's hilarious.
yeah, I looked at her birth and everything and her year, and I was like, nah, okay, I'm thinking it's lining up with 22. But anyways, we just don't know because the dad is like very much in the media talking about this, and I mean, obviously it's her father, so that's one obvious thing to I guess you could say play devil's advocate, but to me these things are very suspicious because you let your daughter portray herself in this such way. I just think that you might want to have more control, or else if it is organic and it led to depression, trauma, and PTSD, that's still a bad result from the parents' end. So whether this is a fake death or a real death at the age of 22, whatever one it is, it's clearly bad energy being thrown into the air. And this is also a reality of what a lot of kids dress like, look like, think like, the imagery they surround themselves with. Um, that's a common thing. They put this stuff on their body and it's permanent. It's tattoos, you carry that stuff with you. But anyways, she was born on January 1st, so the first day of the year. You know what? It would be crazy if they said suicide because that would be Janice and the first day of Janice if they end up ruling it a
I wouldn't be
suicide.
surprised. I
But the
would not
only
be
thing that's
surprised.
crazy about this is I don't see the suicide numbers on her. I didn't do a full decode. This is all I did. So maybe there is
It
more.
might just be that though. It might just be her being the
The
first
first.
person born on Janus.
Yeah, that's facts. The first suicide to and Janus means, for those who don't know, the beginning, the two heads, the split ways, the beginning, the opening, etc. Um, so yeah, anyway, she died 64 days from her birthday. The word kill equals 64. So yeah, that happened, and then I actually did have another short ass little decode. 74-year-old first black NFL referee Johnny Greer dead, and So obviously this is very
Surprised they didn't take
historic.
him out on Black History Month.
Oh, dude, I can't lie. I was thinking the same damn thing though. I as dark as that sound, when I first heard this story, I was like, wow, missed him by a month.
Well, I don't think it's dark of us to think that way. I'm just because that's just
It
what
sounds
they're
dark, but
doing. I
this is just
mean,
how they do it.
yeah, that's
Someone
what
might
they're
hear what
doing
I just
because
said and be
they've
like,
done that
wow,
in the
that's rude.
past. They've done that in the past. So how come
Exactly.
what they do is not dark?
Exactly. Exactly. Shift your energy to the right people if you're going to be angry. But anyways, real quick, just to look at a few things. Dead at the age of 74, and he actually died 38 days from his birthday. So let me pull this guy up. Johnny Greer, because I can't remember his birthday. April 16th. So let's check this out. And what day did he die? He died on the 9th. Yes, he did die on the 9th. So look at this. This guy died at the age of 74, 38 days from his upcoming birthday. Guys,
Oh
the
man.
pattern is too good, man.
So who's fucked up now?
Exactly. This is what we mean by like, so he died at the age of 74, 38 days from his birthday. Um, again, they're fucking with us, man. They're fucking with us. But his last name equals 39, just like how he's dead on 3/9. And then March 9th and referee. Yeah, I can just leave it here. I'm too lazy to type it out. March 9th, when spelt out, and referee both equal 44 and 127th. So March 9th, he died, and he's a first black referee. The phrase first black NFL referee written out in that way equals 100. That one I'm actually going to write out just so people could see. So that's that I think it's important to see.
You know what's funny?
Oh shit! Sorry, I just noticed this too. Huh, that's crazy. He died 38 days from his birthday, and 163 is the 38th prime. And again, they're going on about how he's the first black NFL referee.
But check this out, script.
Hmm.
Did, he died right after the 102nd NFL season just wrapped up. We know 102 is a number associated
Mm,
with slavery,
yes, slavery, the N word.
and he's dead right after the 102nd NFL season.
Great point, actually. That's a great point right there. That's a great point.
Do you know if he coached or not coached, refed any Super Bowls?
I think there was one. Let me. I don't want to. Let's look here. Greer worked NFL games from 81 to 2004 and was field judge in Super Bowl. What is this? What Super Bowl is this? I'm bad with my Roman
Yeah,
numerals.
so am I.
Sorry, guys. Someone's like, "Well, you don't know your Roman numerals, man. You're not woke, bro." Sorry, man. I'm not woke, bro. Oh, sorry. What number?
Oh man,
It's 22, man.
22. Who
Just
played in Super Bowl 22?
where am I here?
I'm gonna laugh if it's one of the teams
Let's
that won
see.
this year.
Super Bowl 22. Let's see who played in that. Uh, what?
Why did it pull up Super Bowl
It
56?
put it put up 2022.
Okay, yeah, you might
What
have
is it?
to
X
XX.
I think. Is that what it was? Yeah.
Who played?
Um, let's see here.
The
In
Redskins.
Denver.
Ah, interesting.
Interesting. Yeah. Crazy, crazy. But yeah, this guy first black NFL coach. So again, the first black or not coach, referee, first black NFL referee. That phrase equals 100. I'll show you here again. 100 and African American equals 100. And again, the whole point being that he's the first black. And again, like Neil pointed out, great point. After the 102nd NFL season, and he died at the age of 74 years old, which also equals 100. All in the same cipher too. So I thought these were all very interesting. Not arbitrary matches by any means. 74 years old, African American, and he's known for being the first black NFL
Yeah, that's
referee.
not an accident.
Yeah. And then again, the first black NFL referee, 163, the 38th prime number, dead 38 days from his birthday.
See
Yeah.
through the Matrix says the first black quarterback won that Super Bowl too.
No way. No way. What's his name? That's just crazy. See how they sync that up though? If that's the case of two you know, like just the fact that there's like a big connection to a black player having, a predominant moment at that time. That's interesting if that's the case. I'm not too well versed in football, so I don't know
Yeah, neither am I.
shit when
I
it
don't
comes to
know.
that, guys. I'm not the guy for that,
He says
unfortunately.
Doug Williams.
Doug Williams. All
Yep.
right. Doug Williams, let me
So I'm
quickly look
assuming
that
Doug
up.
Williams was the first black quarterback to win a Super Bowl.
See here. I'm just quickly looking at it in the meantime. Yeah, it does say he played with the Redskins too, and that was the team. The first Super Bowl
Yeah.
winning black
Yep.
quarterback. And look
Yep.
at the score. Oh my god.
What was the
Oh
score?
my
I didn't even
god.
look at the score. What is
Look,
it?
look, look.
What
I
is
have to
it?
show it. I can't even say it. Matrix, bro. Great find. Great find. Look at the
What's
score.
the score?
You see it?
I
42 to
fucking
10.
knew it. I was like, it's either
Guys,
gonna be a 42
they're
or a
fucking savages. They shame people all the time. Black people with
honestly,
this
at this
number.
point, it's comical, man.
It's just, yo, it
I'm
is.
not
That's
even
what I'm
surprised anymore.
saying. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, come on. Black History Month. A look back at Doug Williams becoming the first Super Bowl winning black quarterback. What's the score that he leads his team to? A whopping 42 to 10. N-word slavery 42.
Oh
Rest
man.
our case. Matrix, great find. Guys, if you're not subscribed to See Through the Matrix Reloaded 2. Am I sharing my screen? Oh, good, I am. Guys, be sure to subscribe to See Through the Matrix Reloaded 2. Click clack, always exposing what's coded. I might have missed I might have messed that up a little bit, but you know what I'm going for. Yeah, that's a great find, man. I just oh my god, dude. Oh man, the 42, the 42, the 42, guys, the 42, the 42. Never fails. It never fails. And now we have the first black NFL referee dead just after the 102nd NFL season. And people are going to
Coincidence.
sit here and jump into this community, see one video, see one post and say this is
Dude, this is nonsense, man. Sounds like a conspiracy theory.
that's what they're going to say this is a
It's
coincidence. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. People under a spell, guys. People are here, guys. Look at this. You want to see something funky? Mind control, right? Equals 137. Spell casting also equals 137. So when someone is spell casting, they could ultimately become under mind control from the spell that's being casted upon them. And what is spell casting? Well, spell casting is magic. And this is in the English order.
yeah, that's what a lot of this is. It's
But
magic.
but but notice the connection numerically because spellcasting equals 137, the 33rd prime. Mind control 33, well, 137, the 33rd prime. Like it's spellcasting, it's all that. And also too, again, we were talking about the 113. Mysticism is another word that equals 113 alongside the word uh, illusions, the plural, which equals 113. and within mysticism comes a lot of illusions. So all of this stuff
Yo,
is, yeah.
script. You know what's crazy about this? I'm just
Oh shit, nigga,
looking into the
damn.
Super Bowl. This man
Sorry,
turning on
I'm
all
out here opening
kinds.
up my reminders and shit. Reminder, nigga, damn.
um, Now I was just gonna say how I'm over here looking at this Super Bowl, right? And you know what's funny? So he won. His team won. Doug Williams, his team won with 42 points, right? And they played the Broncos. The Broncos lost, obviously, and their head coach was Dan Reeves, and Dan Reeves just died earlier this year. You remember? I think he died
Mhm.
on. Let me see.
77. He died at the age of 77, and
Yeah, he died at the age
he
of
played
77.
38 years or something like that. He's the
Yes.
one that they had to point out in
Yep.
his wiki bio that he played 38 years.
So now, what are the odds of this? This referee is now dead. The same year Dan Reeves. Oh my
38 days from his
gosh!
birthday. Guys, all of this is nothing more than
It just
Kabbalah.
shows you how it's all connected, man. That ref coaches Super Bowl 22. Super Bowl 22. Dan Reeves was there. Dan Reeves is dead. Now this referee's dead.
Yep. Death 38, Kabbalah 38. Yep. Again, all those 38s with all these different individuals in the same industry. Oy, oy, oy. Crazy stuff, guys. Crazy, crazy stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got in terms of what I captured for the week and what was on my mind that I wanted to share with everybody. Neo, how about yourself?
Nah, yeah, likewise, man. Yeah, I pretty much covered all I had. I just had that. Um,
Craig
Man,
Mack.
I'm more Craig Mack. I'm having a brain fart. Yeah, I just had that Craig Mack decode.
Just
So
having
rest
a
in peace to
massive
him.
in your, a big old, you know what I'm saying? Your brain's just trying to do something and then just, oh yeah, my man, discerning king. Um, he says one of the Braxton sisters died. Matrix, actually, I believe you have a video on this.
Yeah, he
The
does. I just watched it. Yep.
right here, boom. So, guys, if you're looking to, you know what? It's short. It's 2 minutes and 48
Yeah,
seconds. I'm
let's
gonna
play
run
it.
this because I didn't decode the story myself. Matrix, obviously I think you're cool with it. We're gonna play your video on the passing of one of the Braxton sisters. So let's check this out together. Um, let me get this right. Duh, duh, duh. Shit, I'm having a brain fart too. I was like, what am I clicking again? Boom, I'm here. I got it. We
Today
back,
is not the
baby.
day, man.
Bro, it's Saturn's Day, man. They fucking with us. Nah, I'm just playing. We still
Talking
strong.
on
All right.
some MK Ultra shit.
Shit, man. Who knows, man? Every day we're getting broadcasted and also spellcasted. But this is See Through the Matrix video. It's just under 3 minutes. We're gonna give it a watch.
Hey, see through the matrix below to always exposing what's coded. Like and subscribe, support the channel. Appreciate it. Any comments regarding to anything? Just leave it on the bottom as always. I just want to talk about this real quick, and then I'm gonna start a live right after. Tracy Braxton. You know, this is the heavier set sister who passed away, and it's all
My
staged
man
by
said
the
heavier
numbers.
set.
How they put the passing.
Savage.
So this one died from cancer, and she died 50 years and 344 days in her age. And that 44 stands out because cancer is 44 and died from cancer. And the date numerology also for 3/12/22 is 37, just like cancer is 37. And also that date numerology equals to 48, which is today. Tracy's also 84, reflection of 48. And Tracy had a song called The Last Call. I was like, Last Call? And then your last hit was called Last Call. That is some freaky shit. Okay.
I agree.
Your last song is Last Call and you died and they put it in the article. Tracy Braxton's 55, like Last Call is 55. And Tracy's birthday is April 2nd, which is 42 if you put it together.
Yeah.
And N word is 42. And shout out to Script and Neo and Zach too. But the last thing I did with Ryan Coogler I left out the whole N-word narrative. Well, the slave narrative, I left that out, and that's what they do with a lot of black artists. I noticed they do that with black American artists. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I noticed there's a pattern. You know, if they're like native to America, they like to use that slave 5976 code or put like the N word all over them.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I noticed that's a pattern going on with a lot of Native American black people. I'm like, that's interesting how the natives was always have 42. Like Malcolm X is 42, Martin is 42. These are all Native American, you know, Native American. Well, you know what? I'm wrong. Actually, Malcolm's father is Grenadian. So, but that's still in America, right? All right. Well, anyway, that's all I want to do. I'm gonna come back on live.
So I just want to add to a few things that Matrix pointed out with this decode, and good stuff, by the way. Obviously, guys, like I said before, subscribe. Um, with her dying at the age of 50, let me show something here. That number 50 is a number that is something to be pay attention to, because if you notice here, the words satanic and Jesuits both equal 50. And if I am correct, circle, I think it's in the 4 base ciphers. Let me pull this up here. The word circle equals 50. Rotation equals 50. And I don't want to misspeak here. I don't think so. No. Okay. So those are the 50s here. Just to point out the number 50 real quick. Satanic, Jesuits, circle, rotation, all equal 50. So, a few things to point out being that one, Jesuits stem from Satanism, because Ignatius of Loyola was known to play with spirits when trying to communicate with Virgin Mary and his quest for spirituality. And many questioned if what he was doing was spiritual or satanic. Again, founder of the Jesuits. So there you go. That explains that. Now, when you think of circle, you think of ritual. And when oh, sorry, I shouldn't say that. When you think of circle, you think of ritual. What I mean in that sense is what you should think of is when you're doing a ritual or some sort of spell casting. Uh, Here, let's even take a look. Spell casting. A circle is usually drawn on the ground. Um, what is it? The pentagram, right?
I believe so.
Typically you'll see a circle where people will gather around is drawn, and the circle is what people will gather around to harvest their energy, for people to bring their energy binding together in this circle to create this rotation, and the rotation being the in and out cycle of our life, life and death. So these guys try to rule our cycle to the best of their abilities. So yeah, that's all I really wanted to add in terms of her age of death, because I didn't look into that story, but I think Matrix laid it out quite clearly. She died at the age of 50, 344 days on her 344th day of her age. The 44, like Matrix stands out because cancer equals 44. And again, we see that number 44 in cancer all the time. And she had a 37. Cancer 37, we see these numbers out of the 4 base pop up all the time. So yeah, hopefully that covers damn near everything in the week. There's always some more shit, but hey guys, we can't cover everything. We cover what we can. We try to get the best information out. We just want to connect and chat, you know, tap in with y'all, you tap in with us. You feel me? But yeah. Any last words, my man?
Honestly, nah, man. Same old shit.
What's your last call?
Well,
That's dark, eh? That's dark. That's dark, eh? Shit, man, shit. Don't worry, you got 5G. You can make endless
I
calls.
haven't thought about that yet, man. I'm trying to figure out my escape plan. Honestly,
Yeah, man. We're all still
might need
trying
to fake
to.
my death.
So here's the thing. We could see through the. We're getting to the point, and we're at the point where we could see through the deception the matrix, the script, all of that. But can we get out of it now? Because we can mentally get out of it. Can we physically and mentally and spiritually get out of it? Is the next journey that we have. And Carrie, I'm glad you asked. I'm more than happy to bring it up because I feel like you will genuinely look at the video. So I'm going to do one last reminder. And guys, I'm just shouting this out because I think this information is very much worth having.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm serious. Like, this stuff is worth diving into. Am I sharing it? Oh, no, I'm not.
No.
So Carrie asked, which video do I recommend watching? I'm going to give you the same one that I told Neo to watch because that's what I found. And then you can go from there. There's like the Queen's Deception's amazing, but honestly, all these videos are amazing. But here's the one that I recommend you guys checking out. It looks like this: birthing certificates. You know what? What am I saying? I can just link it in the chat. Goddamn, just straight up link it in the chat. Boom, guys, please look. How many people in here? 58 people. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I bet you only 3 of y'all will actually go look at that, and actually tap in. And I'm not even being a dick. And obviously, people have busy lives. We do other things. There's other things that pop up in our day. But if you get a fucking chance, check it out. It's some very
Yeah,
interesting
it really
information.
is worth the time. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll add to the knowledge that you already have. But other than that, guys, that is the end of episode 28 of the Script Hackers podcast. I hope you guys did enjoy that. I did. Neo, how about you?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Thanks for having me on your channel, man.
Hey man, it's our channel, it's everybody's channel, man. We here to just spread information, but I appreciate that. Guys, if you're not already subscribed to me and Neo, Matrix, and everybody else in the community, subscribe to each other, share each other's work, be a community. That's my ending messages as usual. Share people's work that you think is good. Like the post if you think it's good. um spread it. That's what it is, guys. But yeah, that's it, man. That's it. I don't want to drag it on. We're 2 hours out. It's 10 o'clock. That's it. We're gonna catch you
Yeah,
guys on the
time be
next one.
flying. God damn.
It does, man. It does. And the weather is chilly.
And you know what's funny? On my screen it says we got 56 viewers in the chat. What about you?
56. Yeah,
Yeah, 56, right?
yeah, they gotta end us on it,
What
man.
a
You
way
know
to
who
sign off.
watching. Yeah, you know who watching. But yeah, guys, that's it. Till next time, another week is gonna be interesting. Probably some more Russia Ukraine
Hopefully
stuff.
that's what I was just gonna
Uh,
say, man. Hopefully they get off this Russia Ukraine shit, but I doubt
I,
it.
yeah, unfortunately, I think that this one will be around for a hot minute, and I appreciate all the love, guys. We're gonna come back with some more information, definitely. So stay tuned, and yeah, peace and love, Neo.
All
You know what
right.
it is, man. Take it easy.
Yes, sir. Peace.
All right, guys. Later.